Hey Sheree, here's our balance for you. We've got Renergy again on the table, so I'm hoping you feel some love, release and peace after this balance. Yeah. So, and I'm sure this will resonate so any flower essences that may or may not come up through the whole thing, I think all three of us might take it. So anyway, let's see what's going on. Okay, so I'm 100% Sheree. I'm 100% Sheree. Okay, is the conscious brain happy with this treatment? Is the subconscious brain happy with this treatment? Is the unconscious brain happy with this treatment? No. So what do we need to do to allow the unconscious brain to be happy? So we can use an essence, tuning forks, an essence, with tuning forks? No, just an essence, okay. So do we need bark, bush, all those ones, okay, so first box. So... Okay, so the flower essence is Crowea. Crowea is a flower essence that's equivalent to a 14 muscle balance in a shot. Hey, I've worked out with the bioresonance machine how to make my own homeopathic. So I've done 2 in the last 2 days. Oh, I know. I've had the device for 2 years. So I sent a message to the girls and said, can I make my own homeopathics? Yes. Do I just do this? Yes. Damn, that was easy. Anyway, so the flower essence is Crowea. Crowea is just about balancing your meridians. Just about balancing your meridians. So when we're doing it, it helps to move energy that's blocked, shift it, and then allow the flow of everything to go through the body. Crowea. Okay. So the quote at the beginning is by Mark Twain. It's, I'm an old man and have known a great many troubles, but most of them have never happened. This is an essence all about worry. It's about that stuff that we think about all day, all night. A lot of it never happens. And I know you have really good reason to worry with everything little Luca's going through. But nonetheless, you can imagine that anxiety does not help your health. So it's for continual worrying, for feeling things just aren't right. So it helps to give peace and calm, vitality, and balances and centers the individual. Okay. I am now releasing worries and opening myself up to more vitality and inner peace. And hold. Peace of mind is mine now. And hold. Okay. So how many drops do we need? Okay. Renergy can take them on your behalf. Yep. Can we ask the body that if anything resonates with Renergy's body, for her to take that energy in with peace, love, grace, and calm. Okay. Number of drops. Okay, so 8 drops. And I could do with 4 drops myself. Just checking.
That was more than the other day.
Was it? Yeah.
We did 7.
Yeah, right. No. So when it's 8 drops, that's massive amounts of stress within your lifetime. Or you can have inherited or have that genetic, you know, the whole ACEs study. So the higher our ACEs score, which is to do with adverse childhood events, the higher our ACEs score is, the more likely we are to end up with stress and worry and depression and trauma and attracting narcissists and sociopaths and people who don't pay attention to us into our lives. Even though they can be that whole wolf in sheep's clothing, they can come across as being nurturing and kind and loving, and then as soon as the guard is down, that's when the real personality comes through, and all of a sudden we see that they're not quite there for us emotionally, they're not quite there for us energetically, they're not quite there for the best of us, because they want to keep propping up a broken house. They don't want us to be that solid foundation that can move forward with anything we want to do. That was deep. So once again, going conscious, happy, 100% happy to move forward, yep. Subconscious, 100% happy to move forward, yep. Unconscious, 100% happy to move forward. Right, so now we've got your unconscious brain on board with the help of Crowea.
See?
Yes. Yeah, it's an Australian bush flower essence. And hold. And just recently, so I can make my own flower essences with the device now as well. You know, and if Sanu is watching this, she knows how much money we used to spend on flower essences for the clinic, just saying. And yeah, so you can make homeopathics, you can look up symptoms for an individual and create homeopathic specifically for the symptoms for that individual. Which all feels really nice. Actually, Sheree, oh no, I don't, no, sorry. At some stage I'll have Luca and you on my device, so I can't do it without you being on my device, but what I could do in the meantime is just make up some specific flower essences for, you know, that croupy, breathy sort of stuff, so I'll throw them in the bag for Luca as well as the other things that Muscle test up as well. Oh.
Remind you?
Yes. Remind me if I don't do it, yeah. So let's go have a look. What's the priority for this little bod? I think we just need to start at the beginning because it's all the same energy. So let's go and see what your adrenals and survival stuff are doing. Okay, there we go. So no surprise, your adrenals are overworking. When your adrenals are overworking, you constantly have that cortisol, that high level energy going through your body. Of course, you're not going to sleep and relax. Okay, so there's survival, deep survival, and hidden deep survival. So your nervous system is constantly primed to be that mama bear. It does not want you to relax. It does not want you to not worry. It wants you worrying all the time. And when you're the main person in the household doing the worrying, you'll end up worrying that if you're not worrying, no one else is worrying, so then you'll miss the thing that's going to come along and, you know, be the big bad thing that could be the next big trigger. So now we're going into the survival patterns.
Sounds like worry is the whole nature.
Absolutely. Which is Crowea. Ah, interesting. And because the Crowea showed up because your unconscious brain didn't want to allow us to get into that, it said, nah, By releasing the worry, it's getting rid of one of your brain's survival mechanisms. So worry is your survival mechanism. If you keep worrying, you're not going to miss the next tiger that pounces you. So mama bear, you've got to keep on top of it all the time to keep your cubs happy and healthy. So, because no one else is going to do it. So we're going into the periventricular survival system. This is where all your sensory nervous system's overloaded. So this is where it doesn't seem to matter whether whether it's something you hear, it can irritate you, whether you see something and it overloads your brain, whether or not you feel something and it makes you irritated, you know. Like a kid might walk past and touch you and you get jumpy because your nervous system is just so on edge. So there's fear, threat, danger, making your sensory nervous system overloaded. You know, and then your comment about what if you buy yourself some little special treats, but because you've got a household, someone else steals your special treats. My mum used to buy ginger. She knew none of us liked ginger. I don't know who, someone must have liked it because she would buy these candied gingers and then she would hide them in the top shelf. And none of us liked it, but obviously someone used to steal it because she would hide it away from us and eat it when we'd all gone to bed. I wonder who used to steal it. Sometimes kids just eat stuff just because they're not allowed to.
That's funny because I actually have fresh treats.
Yeah, right. So we're going into your reticular activating system now. So this is the part of the nervous system that controls what hormones your body releases when something new is happening in your body. Right. So when you've got low serotonin, even though you have to be out and about, you know, looking after your kids, what your brain really wants to do is just go hide in a cave. So it wants to just let me alone, and this is part of the sensory overload. So the nervous system's so overloaded at the moment that your nervous system is screaming out for 3 minutes apiece.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, I was listening to Sasha Stone and Dr. Charlie Ward this morning, and one of them was talking about the fact that people pretend they don't like being in contact. You know, they go away from work and they say, oh, sorry, I had my phone off. But people are craving it. Unless they're getting the dopamine hit from their phone, that's a whole different thing, because people are addicted to their phones too. But most people are craving that sense of peace. And one of the best things about being on an aeroplane is that you can't have, you know, you can't have your phone on. So you sit down and you go, 12 hours till someone can contact me.
Yeah.
And then only if my phone's working.
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't charge it when I land.
Yeah.
Actually, Sheree, one of my clients has got, actually I think it's one of our clients, can't think who it is at the moment, it will come to me in a sec, but she's got 4 kids, and the one who is, I mean adult kids with kids of their own, but the one who's the happiest woman in her 30s is the one who, when everyone gets home at the end of the day, they have to put their phones into a Faraday bag, so it blocks any of the signals from the phones. And they just are in such a habit of not having their phones on overnight that it's simply not part of their life. And all their friends know it, their workers know it, everyone knows that, you know, it's not to be, you know, that's their precious time. I know, I should do that. I feel like I'm on 24/7 at the moment. But that's okay, I have an assistant starting.
So you are hiring him?
Yeah, well, I hope so. Because I haven't been able to work out how to do it, you know, the way that, say, Lynn and Sanu used to do it, because they obviously had the whole reception. I don't have a whole reception. So how do you make it work? So, and that's why I've given him outdoor jobs and indoor jobs, and he can choose whatever he can choose. Yeah. You know? So now the reticular activating system is in escape submission free. So once again, your nervous system, the part of the nervous system that's looking at everything new going on in your world, it just wants to escape. Your brain does not want anything new in your world because it's all overloading your brain. Okay, there's another RAS circuit. Okay, so this one's more about body tension actually, and especially because of the hormonal stuff. So what I'll get you to do, Renergy, is make your toes really tight and feet and relax. And then your legs, yep, your legs, your feet, tight, 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 and relax. And your glutes, your lower back, tight, 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 and relax. And your whole back, everything you can access, tight, 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 and relax. And your head, neck, shoulders, tight, 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 and relax. And then allow those shoulders to go back, 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 and relax. Beautiful. Oh, arms and fingers, and yeah, and tight, 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 and relax. So this one is the reticular activating system, about tension in your system. Okay, so once again it's serotonin. So serotonin seems to be a little bit of a pattern in your body. So it is, of course, the nurturing, caring, calm hormone. Yeah, right. So as soon as your muscles get tight, it stops your serotonin releasing. We make most of it in the small intestines. So it stops your serotonin releasing and it blows your base chakra. So your base chakra is about feeling safe and secure. So when you don't feel safe and secure because you're not able to take care of you, How is your whole family that you're putting yourself last for going to survive if you don't? You need to start putting yourself first. You need to start putting yourself first. There's no guilt, there's no shame, there's no blame about this. You have to put yourself first because you're going to be no good to everyone you're supporting unless you're doing well. So this is low serotonin, blow on your base chakra. I'll check, yeah, we'll check the celestial circuit in a minute. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay. So then again, with that combination, the body just wants to escape. But then I'll go check the triple combo of the base chakra. So the base chakra connects to the sphenoid bone, the tailbone, as well as the occiput, I think. Anyway, I'll check in a sec. Yeah, sphenoid, coccyx, adrenals. Okay, so base chakra, tailbone, sphenoid bone, and adrenal glands. And hold. Hold. Okay. So that's third stage stress. That's chronic fatigue of your base chakra combination. So your poor little nervous system never feels safe and secure. And even just thinking about the hormones. Okay, we need a tuning fork combination there. So even just thinking about the hormones, if your body is in survival all the time, it does not matter what your fertility is doing. So this can all be chaotic if you've got survival as the number one thing going on in your body. So your body is not focusing on having another baby if it thinks you're about to get eaten by a tiger. So let's see what coordinates we need for the tuning forks. Okay, so the first one's lungs. Lung is a metal element and it's about grief, guilt, regret that we internalize. And then liver, which is internalized rage, anger, frustration. I might stop now and start again because some people like to listen to the affirmation, you know, over and over again, because that'll be coming up next.